Good morning. We are out and about. Minus Miss PR. She got her morning walk, so don't worry. Yeah, I just wanted to go for a hike today, and I thought we would do our morning check-in. Well, we went for a hike at Ramsey Canyon. Been a little bit since I've been here, so thought we'd check it out together. And I have the meta glasses on. We've got the video. Left the little microphone thing at home. I forgot about it, but I have earbuds, so hopefully the audio will be good for you. And I'll just turn you around because what's behind me is the trail house. And this is the start of the trail. You could go either way. And I have been this way many times to start, but I haven't been this way to start. So let's go ahead and go this way to start. And those of you that know birds may hear them singing. So maybe one day there will be water running through here. There is some water. I don't know if that's just where it pooled from the rain yesterday or what, but the water would come from this area here. So, just taking you along with me. Won't do the entire hike together, but I will pop off and on, and just like we did when we went to Fairbanks. It's very tree-lined here at Ramsey Canyon, and I thought that doubling up on my cotton and a long sleeve shirt would be okay, but I almost feel like I'd be more comfortable in a sweater. However, as I get moving, oh, hummingbird. Teeny tiny hummingbird. Drinking. Bigger bird. I don't think that's a hummingbird. So, lots of birds. Just going to show you the pretty bench. It says the Nature Conservancy Ramsey Canyon Preserve. William P. Hemming II, 1939 to 2015. All right. Look at the way nature puts things. Look how this kind of branch or part of a tree fell between this tree. These trees are huge. Just take you up to the top. Pretty cool. Lots of benches on this section of our hike. And they just use whatever's fallen to kind of mark the trail. And look at the striations on the rock. And water would maybe one day flow down there. Well, maybe one day. All right. Hike up these rocks. And we are back to the trail. Had we gone the other way. So down there, you can see off in the distance that big tree log right there. Not log, but we were on the other side of that. And away we go. And I hope one day to see the water running through this. I bet it would be beautiful. be parts of this that I will film for the meta glasses. So if you wanted to just take well, it took us 5 minutes to get to this point, but I did all the stopping and all that. So maybe 2 minutes to walk to this little section here. And if you were like, okay, that's enough hiking for me, thank you very much, then you could just stop, sit down here. Hummingbird feeders have their sweetness in there, and you could just wait for the birds to come by. And it's really not such a bad view. So you can always just, oh, we got a couple rockers there too. How nice. So when I came here the first time, and I wasn't videoing then, but I did a lot of pictures. They would be on my Rose Caen page, C-A-E-N. I stopped at all these numbers and kind of mentioned what they were. Look at this flat rock. It's huge. You can't really tell, but that's more of where the water would be running down. Amazing how the camera just doesn't do the size of this justice. Beautiful blue sky. It's a little bit of a uphill hike. It's not doable for people that aren't, used to hiking or used to the elevation period. I don't think it has a lot to do with actually hiking, so much so as elevation. And again, that's me coming from 30 plus years of living below sea level. So this little split rail fence is new. So I'm just gonna show you around, take you on the hike. Okay, there's a little bit of water running down there. So if you can see the movement. I'm going to go through this big old tree and see where it goes, or how far it goes. Doesn't go too far. Right. Kind of ends in this little pool. Oops, that's my finger. This little pool over here on the other side of the rock. But yay! There's a little bit of water there. Carrying on. Well, I don't think I've done Grand View Loop. So, when I was here last time, I believe it was closed. So we're going to do this loop, see where it takes us. We'll carry on. So on the path we come to this little footbridge. Let's see, tiny bit of water underneath us. Not much. All the bramble from the fallen trees. And coming down that way. Let's see. Can't really see too much. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit. Really pretty. Just the hillside. Oh good, this takes us up by the cabin. I love this cabin. So we had our evening check-in yesterday. So not a whole lot happened between our evening check-in and now. Did have breakfast with Jeff because I'm doing a couple things on my own this Saturday morning, afternoon. I wanted to make sure that I spent a little bit of time with him as well. So I went ahead and had breakfast together. And I wanted to do the overlook hike, which will take me way up there. But I also have a labyrinth walk that I would like to do today. And I think that event starts at like 12:30. So, not gonna be able to make both of those. Getting there. Getting to this house. So this was, if I remember the whole Ramsey Canyon thing correctly, this was their second home that they built here. I'll grab the little information book. Look at this tree, or what's left of this tree. That's just beautiful. But that's what's left of their home, which I really find to be pretty amazing. I mean, right now, there's a road that takes you up to where the trail house is, but that's it. And that is probably 2 or 3 miles from the main road. So whenever this was built, I mean, just to get these materials up here, just thinking of all the work that went into it, that's all. Let me zoom in. And then this is kind of, I don't want to say the underside of the house, but underneath the house. Sorry if that camera got a little wonky there. Just trying to not trip over the tree roots. I'm sure. Well, I'm not sure of that because they forgot the microphone, so it's the earbuds. But so beautiful. All right, let me zoom back out. However, can you imagine? I mean, your front door is over there, and that's your view, guys. Every morning, there's your front yard. And then you look out your back window, and that's your backyard. I'm sure it was a hard life, but downtime. Oh, look at this. This sea of brown. A little bit of green in the trees, and boom! This one lone purple flower. Nature. Beauty in some of the most unexpected places, in the most unexpected ways. So this is the Grand View Loop. All right, I'll be back. Not too much further up the trail is this. Again, I'm going to have to get their little brochure, but I want to say this was their first house. So this is the back of it. Of course, I'll come around to the front of it. And there is water down there. In that, I guess, creek. Guess it's a creek. I don't know. I keep saying I'll be back to you. And I'm not even off of this thing for a minute or two. Not even a minute. I'm like, oh, gotta show them this, gotta show them that. Here's another view. You zoom in at the backside of this cabin. And I will get the brochure, and I will go ahead and put in the description a little bit about it. Look at that tree. And pull back. Isn't that just crazy? Look how it's growing, or how it grew. And it's still alive. All right, I'm gonna go across that bridge and then come back around and show you this cabin. Okay, here is the side of that cabin as I'm on the bridge. Telling you it wasn't gone that long. And then we'll just walk up this path and around the corner. I bent over to take a couple of pictures of the creek, and of course my water bottle's in my backpack, and it dribbled all over me. Not that I won't dry. Alright. Gotta watch where I'm going so I can just hope that the video is still good for you. Alright. Let's zoom in here. We will call this cabin number 1, so that because I believe it's the first one they built, then when I read about it, or when I write what I read about it, you will be able to kind of put them together. And that's the other side of it. And no, that is not an air conditioner unit. At least not one like we would know. I don't know what that's for. But that's the cabin. And there we are. Back on our trail. Lots of people here today because it's a little bit, we've got a little bit of cloud cover. And it's breezy, so it's nice and cool. So people are out and about. All right, I will be back with you. This tree. So, well, series of trees, but just so beautiful. They cross one another. You know, like people, right? We cross one another's paths. Sometimes for a long time, sometimes for a short time. Sometimes we get a little more twisted up and untangled, which isn't always a bad thing. But then we kind of separate and we go our separate ways. But we're still all part of that same base, that root system. There you go. There's my thought for the day for you. I'll be back. All right. This cabin, much more modern. And the story behind this is there's a lot of research that's done here. And when researchers come, this is where they stay. Which honestly must be pretty cool to stay here at night because all the animals and everything. And again, there's your view. You sit out on that front porch. And there's the view. I don't know if there's a proper bathroom there or if they're using outhouse situations. Don't know. Little water collection. I would say that's more than a barrel. I'm not sure what to call it. We'll say vessel. All right, I'll check back in. All right, and we come to a fork in the road. And I have been that way. That will take me to the overlook, or to the hike up to the overlook. But this is Bledsoe Loop. I think I've been this way, but I don't recall. I'm going to go this way and we're going to see where it drops us. Because I think it drops us at the top of this, where we would catch the climb to overlook. And overlook will take us way up there, if you can see that behind the trees. Kind of wraps around that way. But let's just see. Let's go this way. Bledsoe Loop. We'll turn back in. So we have another little footbridge here. A somewhat dry creek. Yes, all of that is a creek. I say somewhat dry because we do have some water on this side. Too bad I want to do that labyrinth walk so bad. Today is the perfect day to make that hike up. I think it's called the Hamper Trail. Just because it's so cool. We would have another creek here where the water would meet and converge down there. And then that creek there, which would meet down there. Kind of cool. Here's this fireplace. Just this random fireplace. By the looks of that foundation, there was maybe a house, maybe, here at one point. Let's see. Wow. All that's left of whatever used to be. You must still use it for little events they do here, is my guess. Sounds like somebody I know. Right, so yes, I did recognize that voice. Friends of my husband's that have been to the house multiple times. So I guess I make some friends of ours too, mine too, right? So, yes, ran into them, had a little chat with them, and told them about the Labyrinth Walk, which is where we're going to head next. So, this is the Blitzo Loop. You're seeing what's behind me, and I'll show you what's in front. And yes, there's some heavy breathing, but it's a little bit of a hike. A little bit of elevation. Nothing too terribly steep. I love these rock walls. I don't know what it is about them. I really love them. So, yeah. Love being out here. Ran into Jeff's friend, and he's like, "Oh, funny running into you guys here." I'm like, "No, guys, just me." The guys are at home. Jeff and PR don't want to have much to do with any of this. Look at how that cactus is coming out just out of that rock area. It's not behind it, it's like growing through it. Nature finds a way, always. We too can find a way. When there is something as what appears to be as impermeable as this rock wall, and yet here we are, growing out of it. Didn't bust through it, didn't knock it over. Whatever that root system is moved around it, weaved in and out of it, and came up on top. And we too can do the same. Another little footbridge. There are people. They may not want to be filmed, so I'll catch you when I'm over it. So I had to come back on just to show you this stump. Look at the little spikies that are coming out of that. That's kind of cool. Made it past the folks. They did have a small child. Be careful, you know, don't want to be obtrusive when I'm filming. Oh, a squirrel. Kind of a fat squirrel too, huh? Not too many squirrels around here. Kind of big. Got a little bushy tail. Digging behind that. Oh, he's eating. There you go. Look at him. He's a hungry little fellow. Yes, you're going to watch this little squirrel eat for a minute because I don't want to move and disturb him. I don't want him to be afraid, but I am pretty close to him. I'd say maybe 12 feet from him. He's digging in behind that rock, finding his gnomes. He's too cute. I mean, come on. Digging, digging, digging. Looking for more nummies. And, oh, there he goes. So I decided I'm going to hike up only for about 10 minutes, the Hamburg Trail. It gets a little bit steep, but it's terraced. So, if I remember correctly, that's probably our biggest jump up. It's an alternate trail turnaround. So I decided, since I can only hike for about 10 more minutes, so I was from all the way down there, I've hiked up here. And we'll take this alternate trail. Hopefully it doesn't put me too far behind. I really want to do the labyrinth walk. And I've never done the alternate trail. But I have done the Hamburg Trail. Twice. So, we'll go this way. See where this takes us. All right. You're seeing what I'm seeing. At least the trail is marked fairly well, and it seems to be well worn as well. And I'll pop back on if we see anything else interesting. I mean, it's all interesting, but what I might consider to be exceptionally interesting. Really, it's only been 30 seconds, but I just liked the way that this looked, so I wanted to share all that with you. I don't know, it's just so beautiful. Like, you should see it all. You can't be with me here, live and in person, to spot all of the things that you would spot that I don't. At least you could see what I see. And you can pause it and zoom in wherever you want. And I'll move. Well, the alternate return loop that we're on, and it took no time at all, because down there hooks up to the main trail again. And I was wanting to try and time it just to be done around noon, giving me 30 minutes to get to Soul Quest to do this labyrinth walk and just check out their facility. Still on my radar to do a yoga retreat. Lots of moving parts involved with that, so. Alright. So if I can find a place that can, like, facilitate. Sorry, I had to turn you. I had to turn you sideways because I had to turn sideways. I'll keep you forward as I take those steps down. I'm not stepping down directly. I am stepping down sideways. Got you back on the phone anyway. You're not on the meta glasses because I am looking down far too much and you don't get to see all the beauty that's in front of us unless I stop. So this was our downhill. Well, at least now I know where the loop takes me. And when we do finally do a yoga retreat, and some people start to do the Hamburg Trail and they're like, oh no, not doing that. Well, this will be the alternate route, and it's an easy trail to follow that will take you back down. So you can break off from one group and we'll all just hang out and wait down here. But the hike up, I want to say, takes me 45 minutes to an hour to hike up to the overlook. So it's a bit of a hike. as they say, it's a bit of a hike. Yep, and there's the main trail again. Well, I was hoping it would take a little bit longer to get back down here, but that's okay. There are all kinds of folks out today. And here we are, down on level ground, winding our way back to this main trail, our main trek. All right. Oh yeah, there's the cabin number 1. Right in front of us. So the alternate loop drops us at cabin number 1. And now we know. And that loop was so pretty. Maybe I'll take that loop back, because this is just a straight shot. And I have time. So why not take the long way home, as it is said. All right, I'll tune back in if I see anything extraordinarily interesting that we missed on the way in. So I decided to try the meta glasses. See, we can't insert this into our video. So you get to see what I look at. It only has 5-minute clips, so I mean I could do multiple 5-minute clips. Pretty. But we'll just see where we go. Yes, I like to look down, so hopefully that doesn't make you too dizzy. I will say if it starts to, I'll watch this bit back, and if it's too jostly, then I won't put it in. And it is a little bit rocky. So, and we're going downhill right now, so we want to just be mindful of where we step, how we step. Just to stop, take a look around, push you back up. Never been this way. Just so you don't have to look down all the time, I'll stop recording now and I'll pick up if the ground gets a little bit flatter. Also think I'll get out my hiking stick, because it looks like it's going to go downhill a bit more, and it looks pretty rocky. We'll be back. So quickly popping back on just to, this is the house, I guess the main house, cabin number 2 we'll call it, but I didn't catch this back side over here, so just wanted to I'll show that to you as well. I don't know what was back there. Maybe that was the kitchen. The kitchen's in the back of houses way back when. All right. Anyway, you'd seen all that. Just wanted to show you that one bit. We'll check back in. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So beautiful. Zoom in on the top of that mountain there. Get more of the tree, unfortunately. So pretty. All right, I'll check back in. Alrighty, made it back, safe and sound. On to the next. Where are we going next? We're gonna go to Soul Quest in Hereford, Arizona, and check out their labyrinth and their whole facility. It is beautiful here today at Ramsey Canyon. One more shot. This is from the parking lot. Tons of people here today. Parking lot is really full. Gorgeous day. And people are still coming in by the droves. All ages. It's just a wonderful, wonderful place. I did renew my membership. I'm an annual member here. It didn't expire till the end of this month, but I figured as I'm here, might as well go ahead and get that taken care of. So I paid them for it and then picked up the card on the way back. So, oh, and funny little story. So ran into Jeff's friends on the trail, and the one gentleman recognized me. The other gentleman didn't quite recognize me. And he's like, yeah. And he goes, well, you look kind of familiar. And I said, oh, I'm sure you've been to the house. You know, we do the holidays at the house, and maybe you've been to, you know, been there for another thing. And he's like, oh my God, yes, your cooking is fantastic. He says, the best cooking. So good. He remembered. I moved my glasses. I'm like, you know, here I am. This is me. And he's like, yes, yes, yes. He goes, the food's amazing. So at least I have been endeared to his heart. My hiking outfit today is this really breezy, lightweight cotton top with a little tank under it. And then I have these green, kind of sagey green cargos. That's a tapered fitted cargo. They are by Spanx. They have all of the stretch that you could need, want, or desire. So you can do all of the things in these. And the shirts are very lightweight. You can practically see, yeah, you can see through how lightweight they are. So I've got a few shirts like this. I have a white linen shirt. I've got this shirt and tank, and I have one other really lightweight cotton shirt that I like to wear when I go hiking. So anyway, this hike is done. And then we're going to go to Soul Quest. So I will tune back in.